Looking for a new game to play on your Steam Deck but don't want to spend any money? And you're like me, you don't want to start any of the mini games that you already have in your Steam library that you've never played before? Well, you came to the right place. Here are 5 free-to-play games that you can get right now on your Steam Deck. First up, Brawlhalla. Developed by Ubisoft, and just as the name suggests, it's a brawl-type fighting game, where up to 8 players can battle it out to find out who's the best. It can be played online with friends or solo, in both ranked and casual free-for-alls. Think Super Smash Bros., only Ubisoft. With over 40 characters to choose from, though you only start with 9 but can play or pay to unlock the rest, and each with their own fighting style and weapons, I found myself getting quite addicted. My favorite, as of right now, has to be Artemis. Second on our list is Counterside. When I first saw this, I didn't know what to expect, and as I started to play it, I started to expect less. It is essentially a tower defense game that is heavy, and I mean heavy, on story. I mean a massive amount of dialogue between the characters. To me, it feels a lot more like an anime that lets you play a minigame rather than a game with anime characteristics. But if you don't care about the story, or get bored with how creepy the main male character is, you can skip it all and just go straight to playing the game. Once I started playing, it was actually pretty fun. It's pretty fast-paced and can have a lot going on at one time. You get to build up your squad, each with certain abilities to help take down enemy forces. You also get to collect things, like... So there's that. Next up is Path of Exile, Lake of Calandra. I mean, it's Diablo, only massive. There are 6 different classes to choose from to fit your preferred style, and no, you can't customize them. There is magic, bows, daggers, warhammers, swords, it has it all. And there is some overlap, so you're not exactly stuck based on the character you start with. You start the game as an exile, washed up on shore full of undead, and the first friend you meet gets killed. Spoiler. Okay, so he wasn't really your friend. This game is totally free, and though you can purchase items in-game, the developers pride themselves on it never being pay to win. I should emphasize again that this game is huge, so if you're looking for something to sink a lot of time into, this may be just the game for you. Oh, and the chat doesn't disappoint either. Number 4 on the list, What Never Was. Speaking of massive games, this one is not. Like, for real. It is super short, but I had a nice 30-minute experience. What Never Was is a puzzle game. Think Nancy Drew. Why did I say Nancy Drew? Think Sherlock Holmes. That sounds way better. Though, the main character is a young girl whose grandfather passed away, and she discovers that he had many secrets, and you're figuring out just how secretive he really was, and maybe even magical. And last, we have Guild Wars 2. Now, if you don't already know what Guild Wars 2 is, shame on you.
Shame on you! Ugly baby judges you!
Not really. I just played it for the first time on the Steam Deck. It is a very well-loved, free-to-play MMO that has a very devout following. And if you've played Final Fantasy XIV at all, this game will seem very familiar to you. I will point out, it does say that it is not compatible on the Steam Deck, but I found this to be just a lie. The game runs perfectly. The only thing you will need to do is configure your controller, and that's just as simple as choosing a template from the Community tab. Guild Wars 2 is 100% free to play, though you do have the option to purchase up to 3 additional expansions, so you have plenty of content to play through. This could just be the very game that takes up the next 3 years of your life. As an MMO player myself, Guild Wars 2 is probably where I'm going to be spending a little bit more time, at least until Dragonflight comes out. Now, if you want to know how to play World of Warcraft on the Steam Deck, go ahead and click this video right here where I show you how to install battle.net so you can play World of Warcraft right on your Steam Deck. Did I miss a free-to-play game that you recommend? Let us all know what that is in the comments below. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you want more of this content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.